Hello and welcome to another episode of Inside the Ropes with Coach Mario. Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride Boxing Academy here in Miami, Florida. How are you guys doing this morning? Buenos días. Buenos días a todos mis amigos latinos. Buenos días a todos mis suscriptores de Puerto Rico. Buenos días a toda la gente chévere que sigue este canal. For those who do not speak Spanish, that meant good morning to all my good people. Good morning to all my subscribers. Good morning to everybody that loves the sport of boxing. Well, guys, this is going to be short. I got to take off in about an hour, more or less. I got to train somebody at the gym. And I just wanted to make some remarks about last night's fight. I stayed up till really late to watch this fight. Past my bedtime since I had to get up early this morning in order to train some people. And I usually go to sleep early during the week because I got a lot of stuff to do during the day. And by the time I get home, I'm pooped, man. I'm really tired. But anyway, guys, listen. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez and all the crap he spoke about. All right.
Tell us how you feel about this fight. How you rate yourself on this fight?
Oh, to me, man, 10 out of 10. I'm going to be real with you guys. 10 out of 10. I did everything I could do against Jamaine Ortiz. I hit him with the shots that I needed to hit him with. I was quick on my feet. I was defensive. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I was just waiting for him to do his thing and didn't want to compete. So I actually...
All right. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez being the face of boxing. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez's performance last night. Let's talk about his inability to master a basic fundamental. Something that I teach my young kids, my little kids. First thing that they learn when they come over to the gym is how to move around the ring, how to move in a linear way, how to move laterally. And then for more advanced fighters, those who are competing, we go over how to cut off the ring. Teofimo seems that, and this is what I think. He's a very talented and athletic individual with a lot of natural skills. And you see a lot of fighters that they depend only on their instincts, their natural skills, their God-given athletic skills, and that's what Teofimo Lopez is. He's a very gifted individual, very athletic, but I don't know how somebody like that can actually be so devoid of basic fundamentals. All right. His footwork, his linear footwork. All right. One of the things that I teach at the gym, and this for all you guys that, and let me tell you something, when I'm talking about boxing, I'm talking about boxing not only in a historical way. I talk about fighters from the past, compare them to fighters now. I analyze fighters. I analyze fights. I see it with my coach's eyes because I've been doing this for a living for a very long time. I've been participating in boxing for a very long time. And when I see something, and I actually tell my students, I say, listen, watch the fights. You can't be a good boxer. You cannot understand the game of boxing unless you watch boxing. You got to watch it. Not only participate in it, not only practice every day, not only get physically fit, but you also have to watch it. And one of the things that I teach the people when they first come in is how to properly move in a linear way. All right? 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, maintaining that distance between your front foot and your back foot. If you take 6 inches, if you step 6 inches forward with your front foot, you're going to step 6 inches forward with your back foot. And that way you keep that separation and that balance. One of the things that I saw last night is, and he continues to do this, and I've seen it in other fights, he takes 6 inches, step with his front foot, and 12 with his back foot. The feet come together, he's totally out of balance. Another thing is cutting off the ring. He didn't cut off the ring last night against the Ortiz fight. And we're talking about the Ortiz fight last night, guys. I'm sorry if I jumped into my explanation of things, but I stayed up till real late, about 12 something. I don't remember what time the fight ended. My wife was tossing and turning next to me like, guy, you really doing this on a Thursday night? But I had Ortiz up halfway through the fight. Actually, I had the score there. I think I had it maybe 5-1. And then I guess the headbutt affected Ortiz in some way or shape or form, in which he although he was moving great, he was not countering that much. He wasn't throwing back so much. All right. Ortiz is an excellent technical fighter, and that's his name, the technician. And it shows what kind of a fighter, what kind of skills he has, but he lacks the offensive instinct. Let's call it that, like that. When you're fighting for a world championship, you got to go all out, guys. And I see that although he won the first half and some of the rounds in the second half of the fight, he did, in a way, give up the fight by not being aggressive, by not forcing the fight, by not trying to connect. He's moving and making this guy look foolish, Teofimo Lopez, and awkward, and not being able to cut off the ring. Ortiz constantly, and this is one of the things I teach my guys also, all right? This is great watching this fight. I hope my fighters watch it, because this one of the things I tell them, listen, when you're in the ropes, you weave under and you move either to your right or to your left, all right? Don't lay on the ropes, all right? You want to get off the ropes. As soon as the rope touches you in your back, you feel that rope touching you in your back, you get out of there, all right? That's one of the things I teach my fighters. Unless you're a really good fighter on the ropes, like Wilfredo Benitez was, he could stay there all day, all right? But that was a phenom, all right? And we're talking about basic fundamentals. So Ortiz could have done more. Ortiz could have been more aggressive. He showed a little complacency, and he did not put the foot on the pedal, guys, and he just kind of cruised into what he was believing was going to win him the fight. He had a great plan, great strategy, same plan, very similar to what Sandor Martin did against Teofimo Lopez. And I do believe that Sandor Martin did beat Teofimo Lopez, even dropped him twice, was only counted one knockdown, which was really wrong, and they should have had some kind of replay type of method in which you evaluate whether a knockdown is a knockdown or not. But I still saw Ortiz win. My scorecard had Ortiz. I think Teofimo won maybe 3 rounds, the last 3 rounds, and maybe 1 or 2 at the beginning. So it was a close fight. I had it maybe 2 rounds in favor of Ortiz. But I was not going to be surprised if it was 114-114. But the 117-111 from one of the judges, that's totally BS, guys. That's total BS. I'm not going to say it was a robbery. I'm not going to say the judges were corrupt, but that guy's blind. There's no way this was a 117-111 performance, especially from a fighter like Teofimo Lopez, who missed almost every. You saw him wailing. He was totally frustrated. And this shows you one thing. First of all, we talked about the fundamentals. He has poor fundamentals. Another thing I teach my fighters, listen, if you continue making the same mistake on fundamentals, that's going to become a bad habit that's going to last you a lifetime. And people are going to pick you apart once they see that mistake. Teofimo's dad Teofimo's dad, I don't know what kind of a trainer he is. I don't know if I should blame him directly, but this is something should have been addressed a long time ago, especially the caliber of fighter that Teofimo Lopez says he is, which I know he is. He's a great fighter, but he's a counterpuncher, and he has issues with guys that move. First, because he's off balance a lot. Second, because he doesn't know how to cut off the ring. Third, his footwork is poor. He relies on power and explosiveness and countering his opponents. From what I saw last night, Teofimo better stay away from Devin Haney, the technical type of fighters. He better stay really far away from Terence Crawford, who would kill him. This guy has no place fighting with these two guys. He's got a better shot of fighting a come forward opponent like Matias. However, I think Matias will take him apart. I think he gets frustrated. He loses his head. He gets emotional. He started crying. He insulted the people that were there. Started, insulting everybody, calling them, all kinds of stuff. And that denotes the level of immaturity this guy has. Teofimo should concentrate and should get therapy from somebody. I would say, listen, man, you got to think before you talk. You got to think. You're looking like a fool. You're looking like an idiot making those comments. First, he made those comments about Puerto Rican fighters that are easy. What does that say about you last night? Your Honduran fighters suck. Can't cut off the ring. You can't just put everybody in the same basket, so to speak, and say just because one fighter is not good enough or is not an elite fighter, that everybody from that race is terrible. All right. So, what's next for Teofimo Lopez? Please let me know what you guys think. I really think that Ortiz won this fight. I don't know if anybody will want to fight Ortiz because it comes to be like a little boring type of fighter in which he's way too technical and like Rigondeaux was. Sometimes I really enjoy the fight where Rigondeaux fought Nonito Donaire. He showed his, the power and everything else, but then some other fights he was like just moving and moving and moving and moving. I'm not saying that's what Ortiz did the whole fight, but at the end he did. I don't know if he gassed out or he thought he was really, really way ahead, but he could have done more. But tell me what you guys think. Who did you have winning? What was your scorecards? What do you think is next for Teofimo? Should he fight Terence Crawford? Should he fight Devin Haney? Should he fight Matias? What's next for this guy? I'll tell you one thing that's for sure. He's going to be criticized a lot. Because when you talk shit as much as he did, when you think you're the greatest fighter since Muhammad Ali, I think he said that. Bro, you're looking like a fool. You're looking ridiculous saying these things. And I know there's a lot of, Teofimo Lopez fans out there. But guys, you got to be honest. And I call it like I see it. And if I see one of my fighters like Berlanga, who I think is a mediocre fighter, I've been calling it for a long time. Berlanga is just a hype job, all right? And he's Puerto Rican, and I love Puerto Rican fighters. And he can beat, C-level opposition. Once you get him in there with a really good fighter, I'll guarantee you, and mark my words, he's going to get knocked out, all right? So I criticize or I talk about everybody with the perspective of being fair, with a perspective of being an impartial person, judging the fighter, all right? I do have my favorite fighters. I'm not going to say I don't have my favorite fighter. My favorite fighter right now is, you all know, El Orgullo Maternillo. I love that guy, man. I love the way he fights. He gets me, this guy gets me excited when I see him fighting. He gets me pumped up. my heart started going like it did when I used to see Tito fight, like when I used to see Wilfredo Gomez fight. That passion inside me. And when he would lose, I'd be mad at the beginning, but for a few days I was mad. But then I would say, give props to the guy that beat him. Give props to Salvador Sanchez, who was, in my opinion, the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. That guy was, and he died too young. Way better than Julio Cesar Chavez. Unfortunately, was not able to complete his legacy by departing this world at such an early age. All right. I don't want to be going all over the place. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please let me know what you guys think. This guy, this joker who he calls himself a clown, the circus show last night, so many flaws that there's going to be a lot of people trying to take him down. And I'm going to tell you, this guy's not going to last. He might come back to retirement again. All right. This guy's got some issues, big time. He started crying after the fight. He looked like he had lost. His body language was the body language of a loser. And the way he answered the questions when he was being interviewed showed frustration and anger towards people that were booing him because they did not agree with the results of the fight, with the scoring. Instead of, calling people and offending people and insulting people, that does not show, the Bruce Lee way of living. That little book that you were reading like a fool there, being disrespectful towards everybody. He is one person that has mental issues. Really, man, he needs therapy and fast. This kid is not right, and I don't blame him. Maybe it's his dad, maybe it's in the genes. Those guys, there's something wrong with that family. But anyway, guys, again, please comment, share with your friends, subscribe to this channel. We're almost at 1,000, almost there. We just need a little push more. Come on, guys. Support the channel. Let me know if you like the comments. And like I said, always with respect everybody else that's making comments. If not, I'm gonna kick you out of this channel. We're not gonna allow, trolls and bullies and people, insulting each other because of this. There's a live forum. It's a platform where everybody's going to respect each other, and I want knowledgeable boxing fans and new ones that are coming to the sport to learn a little bit more with what we're saying. Okay. Anyway, guys, God bless you all. This is Coach Mario from Warriors Pride Boxing Academy saying hasta la vista. God bless you all and peace out.
We'll be right back.